guys, welcome back to Twinning Half the House. Now what I'm going to do today is I'm replacing my oven hood. The button panel kind of has broken off the brackets back here, and then the motor really isn't sucking anymore. So I went online. The parts were like $150 plus shipping, but then I could buy a whole new, larger, stronger hood for like 300 bucks. So that's what I'm doing. Now the first thing you need to do is mine is a vented hood. So this thing was down here, and you just got to kind of shake it and shimmy it, and you can shimmy it up, and then you'll get to the motor housing and the actual hood. Now this stuff is attached electrical, so you have to shut your electrical off, and then there's a vent that comes down and hooks into here. Now, as you can see, I don't have a lot of space. I can't make this thing go any higher, and I can't make this go any lower. So I set a couple of things down here. This doesn't weigh much at all. Then I'm going to take this off and put it down here. This piece of the unit is attached with two Tapcons back here in the back, Tapcons being screws that are used in concrete. And they've just got those like hook things that are like round with like the narrower top. So you just lift it off, lift it up and off, and it should come off. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so it lifted right off, no big deal. Now I have a little more space in here. I'm going to have to do a couple of things. I know the power's off because I already shut it off. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to undo this wiring. And just in case, I pushed all these buttons, I don't have any power. You probably want to get, if you want to be super safe, you get a voltmeter and you check it. But yeah, I'm not doing that. So I took that piece off, undid this wire. I always like to put, that was actually my ground, so whoop-diddly-doo on that one. But I always put the heads back on, just in case something is astray. Because truthfully, as long as you're light and you're white and you're dark, never touch, you're fine. But if you let those suckers hang, once you take them apart, and they touch, you will get a big old spark. Or if you touch both of those, which is always my favorite, you'll get a big old spark. It won't kill you, but it might give you a really bad leg cramp. So, possibly a burn on the fingers, but I've never gotten a burn on the fingers. I've just gotten a leg cramp. So now, since I realized these weren't attached very well in the first place, I'm just pulling them loose. So now all the wiring is loose, but I still have this white vent. Now I unscrewed the screw in the front, but there's also a screw in the back that's really only about hand space. So I've got to twist this thing. Can you pass me my screwdriver, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to twist this thing around so now that I can get my screwdriver, I've got to put on my reading glasses, of course, to the screw in the back. Probably make this easier on myself by using a smaller screwdriver, but why would I do that? It involves a trip to the garage. Alright. And out goes the screw. So now, I'm going to reach in here. I'm just shimmying that vent loose, so it's loose. And there you go, folks.
Ta-da!
The hood is off. So now I have to put the new one on. Okay, so I have hung this up. I had my husband hold one side, my son hold the other side. Again, these things are super light. I pre-drilled and measured holes and put wall anchors in. They just held them up, screwed it in. The other thing I've done is I installed an outlet. My other one was hardwired, but this one, of course, has a plug. So I just put an outlet up there. It'll be in the top end of the vent. Good place. I did a GFI, which might not be the greatest idea, but that's what I had in the drawer. So it is up. Now again, a lot of measuring to make sure that we had this rock, works out pretty close to, making sure it's really level, because you'll see when you get back, if it's not level and it's not even, which it looks even, right? I have to measure that again. This one I can shift to side pretty easy, so I may do that a little bit. But now I'm going to hook up the pipe and plug it in, and then I'll put the tops on, and take the plastic off, and we should be good to go. Okay, well, as you can see, I lined it up with this side of the stove, and it came out to about right here. I lined it up with this side of the stove, and it's over here. So I need to shift this over. Not too bad. Not my greatest move, but not too bad. So I'm going to be shifting it over right now and evening it out. Okay, so I have evened it out, leveled it, because, folks, you really need one of these. Leveled it and tightened up the screws. So now this is all in. Let's plug it in, see what happens. That'll be the fun part. Okay, folks, so it is plugged in and it is working. Look at that. You see the little thing go up? Suction. It seems to, wow. It's a powerful little machine. It seems to jiggle a little. I'm wondering if I should tighten it up. This you can't even really see it on here. I can just like barely see that it's happening. But, alright. There we go. And there's the lights, which have not worked on my other one for quite a while. So it is going. Yay! Gotta set the clock. And I'm going to hook up the vent now. So the vent is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to turn this thing off. Ooh, there's like a timer on it or something. I gotta read the instructions. But for this one, my old one, it was screwed in. For this one, it appears you just pop it on here. And this is gonna take 2 hands, so I'm gonna be right back. Alright, so it said to use HVAC tape to tape these 2 pieces together. I just snapped that around the one that was there. So went to Ace and I got this small roll. So I'm gonna be wrapping this up. Let's get there. So I have the HVAC tape. You have to peel it off like this. So I pre-cut the piece that I need, and I'm going to peel it off and put it on. Let's see how this goes. All right, so here we go. I'm peeling this stuff off. I think it's okay. It's a little wrinkly. But let's see how this goes. I'll start with the wrinkly part. It is. It's like tinfoil tape. Interesting. Alright, I probably shouldn't have taken all that paper off. Really. But let's see how this goes. Oh my god. It's like really sticky. Alright. Come it around, get around the cord. Sure it's hot. Down at the bottom. Ouch. It's kind of sharp. But there you go. Ta-da! It's on. So now I have to hook on the hood, or the tower thing, and then I'll take the plastic off this, clean the whole thing up. Not really a hard project. I mean, pretty simple if you're good at, especially if you have a frame wall and you don't have to work with the concrete block like I do, probably a whole lot easier. Now I bet I've got some holes over here. I'm gonna have to probably spackle those and then figure out paint, because I don't think I have this paint anymore, but I'll work around that. So let's see how this hood thing goes. This, not hood, the tunnel chute chimney thing. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to put on the chimney, and what I've done is it's 2 pieces like the other one. They slide together. One with the vents go at the top, So what I'm going to do is, I need to, it says to put it up here. Where'd my pencil go? Oof. Get my pencil. Put it in my case. Put everything in here. Start talking to Hunter wash. Make sure everything is all lined up inside of here. And the wires and all that fun stuff. Put my glasses back on. There you get stuck on. Uh-oh. Crap water. I have a slight problem. Okay. I need to try this again. You go back here, put it against the wall, and then slide it down. Put it in this. Oh, put it in this side. Then put it on this side. There we go. Now it's nice in place. I thought the power line was going to be slightly in the wrong spot, but it worked out. It's not. Yeah, it pushes. It's fine. All right. So now I need to take this thing that slid horribly down in here. Russian power went into my stomach. And you fold this up all the way, like so, and you mark it. Okay, and I really kind of need to mark the inside, I think. Okay. Whew. This could be a problem. I'm going to need to play with this a little bit here because this power cord is pushing this thing out of the way. I mean, this is correctable. I just have to drill the hole that the power supply line comes out of the wall a little larger so I can push it over to the side, get myself a little more real estate. So I'm gonna have to fix that, and then I'm gonna get back to this. All right, so now I have mounted the bracket up here at the very top so that I can screw the chimney on. I also drilled this out over so I could push this over because that wire was getting in the way of the chimney. So, let's do this thing. Set that down. Okay. So now what I do is there's a little track in here and I have to get everything tucked nice and neat into that track. Put a screw in my mouth because it's just a project if you don't put a screw in your mouth. Alright, so I'm sitting this down in the track and making sure, of course putting on my readers because I'm blind, it is all the way down in the track, which it is. Now, it said first to screw this one in, so there's little screw holes back here. And this is kind of funky because that top chimney thing keeps dropping. So you gotta hold it up and get these screws in here at the same time. I'm actually gonna grab my drill. This game is called grabbing stuff with your toes. Oop. Very helpful camera woman right now. Otherwise, there's no way I would be able to film this. because I don't have any extra hands. All right, I'm gonna let go of that. I'll probably hit myself shortly for that activity. Try and squeeze this in here. It just seems like something I'm going to drop. Turn it around. All right, try this a different way. I'm gonna put it on the screwdriver with a drill, and then put it in here, and then screw it into place. It's super tight against the walls, the angles. A challenge, but ta-da, that one's in. All right, now I'm gonna go the other side. On there, because I know it's super tight, and it's super dark over here. And that one's screwed on. All right, now I mounted the bracket up there. So I'm gonna take another screw, put it in my mouth, of course, because that's what you gotta do. Line this thing up. Oh, does not feel like it's lined up well. Oh, it's not lined up well at all. There we go. Line that up like that. That up like that. Squeeze it as tight as I can to the ceiling. While you leave the plastic on, you don't take it off yet. Oh, got a little overzealous with this, but I can still see it. Please stay, please stay. It's not gonna stay. Put this on. Push this thing back into place. Come on, come on, go up. There we go. I can just see it in there. Oh man, where'd that out? Okay. And then I got the last one. Goes in over here. This is it. My new hood is in once I put this one in. Now usually when you say things like that is when you curse yourself, and that's when something goes terribly astray. The rule of the last screw. But it actually went in. So there we go. It's all in and all up. And I have installed my hood. I find that to be a little weird, but I'll straighten that out. Anyways, so that is installing a new range hood. Scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to say this one is real easy. It's going to be on the 4 level, replacing one that was existing. Because if I'd had to drill out the hole for the vent and stuff like that, it would have been much more challenging. But since my electrical existed, my duct already existed, it was just taking it down and putting it up. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Twinning Up the House. Please subscribe down below because we be able to notify you when we have videos that come up new. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.